Hi everyone. Hello and welcome. Happy Thursday, everyone. I am here. I am back with you, and I am so happy to be just sitting here with you, having a relaxing downtime moment and recording this video to chat with you guys, catch up with everyone, to read some friend mail letters and cards that have come in the mail over the last couple of days. And over here on Crazy Callan Vlogs, that is what we basically do here is just we tune in with each other, and I like to show you the other aspects of my life that I want to share with you as well, so that you can get to know me a little bit deeper as a human being and a person, just on my own terms, and to make our connections even stronger. A lot of us that have gotten super duper close. I do have a main channel, which is Crazy Days of Callan. And that is my main channel where I Dollar Tree haul on Saturdays, Mondays, and Wednesdays. And that is where I started. And that is why I decided to spin off and start a second channel so that I had more time to be with everyone and to share more in depth of who I am in my just everyday life. And so that's it. I just like to have friendship time over here and to share with you whatever I'm doing or whatever I jump on to talk to you guys about. And then we communicate in all types of ways that I really, really love and appreciate. So I am doing a card opening today. I have lots and lots of mail, and I just like to do that so that I can connect with the person that took the time to send me a little bit of something. In the mail, we exchange pen pal mail, a lot of us, cards in the mail. We also sometimes do friend mail packages, and I appreciate everybody's time, whether or not we send things back and forth to one another or not. If you are here with me now, it is because, we have connected in some way, and I truly love it that you spend any amount of time with me that you are able to, and I appreciate all the love, the effort, and the good times that we get to share. So with that being said, I usually do a friend mail and then do a little bit of a chit chat at the end of when I'm showing, like, whatever I've received. And then I share something about myself personally with everyone, just so that you have like a story time and, an insight into my life and who I am. So at the end of the friend mail, after I show you guys all the cards, I do want to have a little bit of a story time about these candles right here and these candle holders, and share with you the story that comes with having those in my house for Easter. So let me get to the cards really quick. And right here, I received this amazingly beautiful card from my friend Anna. Anna is absolutely wonderful, like every single one of you are. Anna, can you believe it? It actually came in the mail. She didn't think it was going to make it here before Easter, and it certainly did, and I love it to pieces. She wrote me a beautiful little message inside with all of those wonderful stickers that I will cherish just forever. I have YouTube memory boxes that I keep everybody's things in, and I just cherish them so much. Then I received this beautiful card from my wonderful friend Rosie Nobrega, and Rosie has a channel here on YouTube. It's called Rosie's Fab Finds, and Rosie is the sweetest person. She's just a wonderful human being. She does all kinds of hauls, and she's just a dear. And so I love my Rosie. Rosie's absolutely a joy. And again, some beautiful stickers and some wonderful words. So I thank you so much, my beautiful Rosie girl. So I got that one. Then I received this beautiful Easter card right there. And this one is from my Carol Johnson. Yes, it is. My beautiful friend Carol Johnson sent me this card. And inside are some wonderful stickers and a beautiful message. So I love that. And I love my Carol so much. Right here, this card, absolutely gorgeous, and I love it. This came from my friend Diane Scott, and she is a love. She's absolutely wonderful, and her granddaughter Jenny. So I got this card in the mail, and inside, again, another beautiful message and wonderful stickers. Everybody knows me so well. You know I absolutely fancy my stickers. So I got that beautiful card from her. Thank you so much, Diane. And then I received this wonderful St. Patty's Day card that must have gotten lost in the mail for a whole month, but it finally arrived from my wonderful friend Sandra. And Sandra sent me this little beauty right here, and I absolutely love it. I just got it in the mail a couple of days ago. All of these cards too, the envelopes had stickers all over them. She wrote me a beautiful little message, and I worship it. And I have already talked to Sandra, but I will say thank you again because I love that card. Then I received this beauty right here, another St. Patty's Day card from my wonderful friend Julie. And Julie sent me this great card with a beautiful little message. I also got a pen pal letter from my friend Julie that I will open and read. So I have that, and I will be writing back. I love to share pen pal mail with you guys as well. And if anybody ever wants to exchange pen pal mail or cards in the mail like once a month, like a lot of us do, you can always email me personally at crazy with a K, Callan at yahoo.com, and we can exchange information, oh my heavens, information, personally and privately in an email. So look at this beautiful handmade card right here. I absolutely love it. This is from my beautiful friend Sabrina Roman, and she has all of these lovely, gorgeous stickers in here, and I love it, love it, love it. So really, really pretty and cute. And I love the handmade cards as well. And then right here from my wonderful friend, Joanne Barandi. Joanne Barandi also has a channel, and Joanne is just the crafting queen. She seriously is. Her and my friend Dawn can whip up something that looks like it should be sold right in a store. So Joanne Barandi does a lot of like amazingly beautiful crafts and creations, and she's so talented. So definitely go check her out. If you want to learn some pretty fancy crafting techniques. So there is that. And I love you guys. I love you. And I thank you so much for all of those beautiful cards, all the thoughts that you give me and my family. The time that you spend with us is so hugely important to us and just our overall happiness and, just enjoyment and love filled atmosphere that we get to share here at my house, knowing that you're all a part of our household, our family, everything that we do, video wise, we put our whole heart and soul into it. No matter if I'm sharing on here or my main channel, even just doing hauls, I put so much love and effort into everything to connect with you guys on a personal level, even doing hauls, because that is, as I've said before, the premise of me starting a channel was to connect with people that I had some common things with that I could grow connections with. And I have met an outstandingly amazing, incredible community of people that have become my village, my family, my close friends, people that I communicate with outside of the YouTube realm that I talk to in my everyday life, whether it's emailing, comments down in the comments on the videos, Instagram messages, and my own personal message that I just told you guys right now, texting and phone calls. And I'm so, so forever grateful for every bit of anything that you take a time out of your everyday life to spend with me and, to be a part of this with me. So I love you. I love you all so much. So thank you, my little muffins. Now, okay, so let's talk about the candlesticks. Okay, so these beautiful candles that came inside of these candle little holders right here, these crystal candle holders. I've had them up in my house since Isaiah was roughly, I think, about 4 years old. My ex-husband and I, we had a very, very difficult. I was with him for a little over 10 years, and we started really, really early, right in our, early teenage years. He's a little bit older than me, but I was like coming straight out of high school when we started our very, very committed, serious relationship very, very fast, and started our life together, our journey. And the first half of our relationship was good. From what I thought, things very rapidly went downhill shortly after Isaiah had turned 1 years old. And, just life changed the way that we were together, changed everything about our existence. We had a home, we had cars, we had tons of responsibilities in our young 20s. And decisions were made on his part that really took us down to the nitty gritty, when Isaiah was very, very small. And we struggled, as many of you know, if you've been here with me for story times, that I've shared part of my journey, in my son's earlier years. I left my ex-husband when my son was about 5.5 years old, officially, like actually left him, and, had we had separated and were heading toward a divorce and stuff. So it was from roughly about that time frame of my son just being a little over 1 years old to about 5.5 that we financially struggled so horrifically, from bad choices on his part that just took us to our knees. And I'm a very, very private person, even toward communicating with people that were my best friends my whole life, my family, everything else. And I struggled silently with my husband for privacy reasons, for things that we were going through with one another that were extremely difficult, and I didn't want the world to know. And our relationship was crumbling year by year, even, doing the best we could to try to communicate with each other through like marital counseling, everything that I did, everything and suggested everything I could to try to fight as hard as I could to keep my son's home together, and to come back from this really, really difficult place that we were in, that we just seemed to be getting further and further into. And so nobody ever knew, honest to goodness. Nobody ever knew. It was my private business. It was my life. I didn't want to share with anybody close to me or otherwise. And so whatever happened behind closed doors, went on, and I worked really, really hard every day, and I tried to be a motivation to him, and like a guidance to him to try to get back on his feet so that we could both pull each other out of this situation. Well, anyhow, when Isaiah was roughly about 4 years old, Easter was coming. Easter was coming, and I think we were definitely in the most difficult financial spot, from just before Christmas. Now we're getting to Easter, and we were even worse off. And I had always pulled together those couple of years from when we really started to struggle with one another, in our marriage, in our life, choices that he made that financially, devastated us. And so those other years, I was able to still be able to put together like Easter baskets with Dollar Tree items and make it really cute for Isaiah when he was like 2, 3. And now we were at the 4-year-old age, and Easter was coming, and there was just no way, shape, or form that I was going to be able to even attempt to do Dollar Tree stuff. And with a lot of sadness, and I don't know what word I can use that would be completely appropriate, but I had pretty much hidden how terrible things were in my home for such a long time. um, I almost had like convinced myself that no matter how bad it got, I could figure out something. And this time I wasn't able to. So, with so many tears and so much stress and difficulty and sadness, and knowing that I was not going to be able to try to even scrape together something, even Dollar Tree bought for my son for Easter this particular year, I I had gone to our local community action place without anybody knowing. Not even my ex-husband at the time knew what I was doing. He still doesn't know to this day, to be quite honest with you. I did it by myself. I did it with my own decision to do it, and I never related to him. He has no clue that I even did this. But I went to my local community action and I told them the situation that we were in and that I just wanted to figure out if there was a way, in any way, shape, or form, that I could try to find some type of assistance or help to have Easter dinner, to get like something for Easter dinner to make on Easter Sunday, and maybe even just like a couple of gifts. Because, I always donated in the years prior to our local things, just like I do now, for, donating gifts for Christmas, donating gifts for Easter, bringing food to food banks and stuff like that to help the community or what have you. And now I was in the position where I needed some sort of assistance, and I didn't want to share it with anybody that I was making the choice to do that. So my community action had told me to call 211. I think it was 211, and it would bring me to like a listing of all these numbers for outreach programs that had to do with churches in the local area that had donation Easter baskets and donation Easter boxes of like food for the holiday for people that were in need or what have you. So I called this number 211, and I got a local Catholic church that was close by our home at the time. And I called and I actually spoke with a nun, and she told me to come right in. So I did, and I wasn't too far. So I went right in, and she gave me a huge box, like a big cardboard box of a full Easter dinner. And of a full Easter dinner, like ham and potato, just everything that you'd have for Easter dinner. Green bean casserole, like stuff to put a green bean casserole together, and tin pans and tin foil and saran wrap, and drinks on the side in a separate little bag. And so she just filled like this massive box full of stuff. Dinner rolls, butter, and paper plates, napkins that were really pretty, that were Easter themed, and just so much serving utensils, like throwaway serving utensils and stuff. And these candle, ooh, I almost dropped it. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Um, and these candles were in the box as well. So to set like an Easter table. So those were in there also. And so she gave me all of that. There was so much stuff in there. And then she gave me a big, huge basket of things for an Easter gift for Isaiah, in a really pretty like package, like Easter basket gift. And I stayed for like an hour and a half with that nun, and she also gave me $600 in a check form to pay part of my mortgage, um, to help with paying, something toward my mortgage. And so I stayed there for like an hour and a half, and just talked to her and stuff, and she prayed with me and everything like that. And uh so that year was like really honestly like a turning point for me, for sure. It was another year and a half before I ended, our relationship, after I knew that I had exhausted every option I had thrown at this to try to get us back to a standpoint where we could be healed and move on and still, try to rectify the commitment that we made to one another in our vows that I took extremely seriously. And I knew that I wasn't going to leave right away, even when things got really tough with him when Isaiah was one, because I did take marriage very seriously, even at that young age. And I wanted to know for 100% sure that every ability that I had, an option that I had, would have had to have been exhausted in its entirety for me to move on and for me to say solidly and wholeheartedly that there was no there was no fixing this and making us work together. And that it was healthier at that point when Isaiah was 5.5 to separate so that mom could be happy, with him. And then dad needed to find himself and figure out how he was going to move forward in a father son relationship, which, has definitely continued to be a difficult journey for all of these years. And my son is 19 years old, but there is like a slow buildup of something there now, that has taken a long time coming from how, you know, he separated from us, and Isaiah and I grew stronger and grew better in life. And then his piece had some real problems that he's spent all these years trying to fix, and wants to try to have some form of a relationship that can be healed between the two of them. And I always honor that. And so does Richie. He's a very big, huge supporter of us being a family, no matter what it looks like. And he's always been excellent to my ex-husband, no matter what we've had to go through in that relationship together, and separated all these years. So I thank my husband for that hugely, because he has been such a blessing in the healing of that relationship with myself and him, and our son and his biological dad. So those candlesticks, I can tell you, will always be a part of Easter for me, um because it showed me that year that no matter how terrible things can look and feel and be, there is a way, and there's always something that you can take from that and grow from. And that's why I say it so much when I just talk to you guys, even in Dollar Tree hauls, if things come up. There's so many things that have taken me literally down to my knees in my life. And I don't know how, but somehow, some way, I always look toward things that can bring me back up, make me better, and that I can, heal through the pain and grow stronger from, and realize that you can always fix things. And sometimes when one thing ends, you're afraid of something new starting, but it might be better, in the next chapter than you even thought you could ever have. And that is what has happened to our life. But these candles will always be a reminder of that really, really painful year that was probably the worst of all of them toward the ending of that relationship. And I am grateful that I met that woman that day, that nun that day at the church, and that I had that person to enlighten me in a way that I otherwise would not have probably recovered from and been here. She was a part of me moving forward and changing my life. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. And I wanted to tell you that story because it's a part of me. It's a part of who I am. It's a part of where I've came from, and, how I've moved forward and gotten to another part of my life where I feel that I'm so, so incredibly blessed, even though there's still so many things that are difficult every single day. Um, I just feel really thankful. And you guys are part of that process too, because if I hadn't gone through all the things that I went through back then and taken from it the positives instead of just living in the negatives and the difficulties and letting it keep me down, I would have never found Richie. I would have never found happiness for myself and my son and the strength to move on. I would have never been at a point now where I'm with the most wonderful positive people I've ever encountered like in my life. And I know that I don't see you guys in person, but you are a part of my everyday life, whether I make a video or not. I think about you guys. I care about you guys. I feel your care and your love through our communication and our connections with one another. Even if it's a simple hello, you impact me in a positive way, and I receive that. And you just make me happy. So, and so does all of these other things that my life has come to be. So, no matter what we're going through, I hope that you guys can try to seek out the good and the positive, even from the worst situations that you're in, and reach out to other people so that you don't have to go through it alone. And I chose not to go with my, put stress and fear into the people that were closest to me, like my closest friends in the whole world and my family. At that time, I chose to go through it on my own. But I did find somebody that I felt comforted with and that I listened to, and I think that I was meant to go that route so that I could be with that woman that day and that she could change my perception of things and teach me something that I didn't know. And I took from that to move forward and fix things that were severely broken. So that is what I wanted to share with you. And I love you guys so much. And I hope that you have the most beautiful, wonderful, amazing weekend, whether you celebrate Easter or not. I am so thankful for you guys, and I'm happy to be here with every single one of you. I love you with all my heart, and I would love to send cards back and forth with you if you would like to do this too. So definitely email me and we can exchange, information like that. And I hope you guys have an awesome one, and I will see you all on Happy Saturday Dollar Tree Haul over on Crazy Days of Callan if you're over there as well. So I love you. I love you guys so much, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful night. Bye, everybody.